Nice. Beautiful. Nice. Nice. Yes. Beautiful. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He looks good. He looks good. He looks ready. I'm telling you. Look.
He doesn't sound good. The fans are really concerned.
The Golden Boy of boxing has issued a stern warning to Ryan Garcia to cancel his fight against Devin Haney that comes up in just about 2 weeks. On seeing the intensity of Devin Haney's training sessions, De La Hoya wasted no time in giving a caveat to Ryan Garcia ahead of his bout against Devin Haney. It came as a surprise to many who felt the right response should be an encouragement rather than a warning. But it seemed De La Hoya has chosen an easier way of escape for Ryan Garcia. Lee's got right in. The match between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney draws closer as each day goes by, and in a matter of days, the highly anticipated day will come upon us all. However, the drama between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney has refused to come to a halt, with both boxers especially taking more advantage of the social media platform X to trade insults and exchange words. Both Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are always super alert to ensure no chance to insult the other gets missed. Even after the bout between Rolando Romero and Isaac Cruz, where Ryan Garcia was one of the most outspoken boxers, both boxers still had their usual exchange of words briefly on social media. Interestingly, the exchange of words haven't just been limited to both of them. As seen in the press conference M, their family members and promotional teams have been involved as well. Ryan Garcia's parents, his trainer, Derek James, Oscar De La Hoya, his promoter and Devin Haney's father, Bill Haney, have all been involved in the altercations between both boxers, as seen at their presses conferences.
What if he teamed up with Devin Haney?
The King's Land.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. See you April 20th. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Dale, he said he respects you.
Now, it was Oscar De La Hoya, owner of Golden Boy Promotions, who had the latest who had involved himself in the upcoming bout, but his involvement wasn't for an exchange of words, but for something else. Devin Haney recently released his training footage, and fans and professionals have been talking about how intense and impressive his training sessions are, tipping him to come out victorious when he faces Ryan Garcia in a few days.
Nice. Come on. Come on. Beautiful. Nice.
Stay with it. Stay with it. 5, 4.
Some fans had both funny and encouraging comments to give the dream. One wrote, "The dream is living the dream of his life on the 20th. Go and make yourself proud, King." A second commented, "Rest in peace, Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney would teach you to focus more on boxing than social media." A funny fan quipped, "Don't tell me it's that mentally deranged guy you're training this hard for. He's too useless to win. Keep up the good work. You're the winner already, inshallah." While everyone seemed to be rooting for Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia had his own supporters too, but his response was what shocked many. Many would have expected some more from the boss of a promotional team, not even one who has been a boxer and an Olympic medalist. Rather than act unfazed by Devin Haney's training and encouraging his own fighter, Oscar De La Hoya instead advised Ryan Garcia to opt out of the match. Some believe Oscar De La Hoya has some hidden reasons for such a strange advice. However, the only reason obvious to the neutral eye is Devin Haney's training sessions. Upon coming across Ryan Garcia's training sessions, Oscar De La Hoya commented in reply, "Crazy! Ryan Garcia shouldn't want to do this anymore." As brief as his comment was, some fans have hit back at him, claiming that was never the best for his fighter. Some even attempted to give him promotional lessons, saying he should never talk down on those he promotes. According to them, he is to promote his boxers and not discourage them. However, other fans are of the opinion that it was only a sarcastic statement and was only said to re-establish the good relationship that exists between both promotional teams. A fan commented, "I don't feel a promoter should be saying this. This is the last thing a fighter needs few days to his fight." To this, one replied, "It's so clear that this is a joke. But you all would always have things to say. Who knows if this was made right in Garcia's presence to taunt Davis? Another claimed, definitely their feud continues, and every other thing they do is just for the gram. De La Hoya and Garcia can't have a good relationship till he leaves them. One other claimed, joke or no joke, it doesn't make sense. Even if it's a joke, it would have some effects on Garcia. Enough of the deception. An assured fan also wrote, y'all keep being deceived. You definitely didn't see Oscar De La Hoya's latest comments on Ryan Garcia. If you did, you'd know all this is a joke. Get to the news more. Well, truly, when one considers De La Hoya's recent claims about Ryan Garcia, one would be sure that this was only a joke, as they seem to be having their best time together. De La Hoya's tweets to warn Ryan Garcia ahead of his bout against Devin Haney came shortly after an interview where he made seemingly good comments about his client. Oscar De La Hoya believed that the upcoming Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia clash was a chance for the pair to settle a rivalry going back to the amateur days. Haney and Garcia have been linked with a fight since their lightweight days, but the April 20th fight will have the WBC Super Lightweight Championship on the line. Champion Haney was previously the undisputed lightweight champion before moving up, while Garcia is yet to hold a world title. Haney and Garcia have fought before though, 6 times in the amateurs, and Golden Boy promoter De La Hoya sees the bout as a way for one fighter to get ahead after their eventful history. Speaking at the press conference, De La Hoya exclaimed, "Welcome to the fight of the year." For years, from their days as decorated amateur champions through their rise up the ladder of the professional ranks, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia have been circling one another. They fought 6 times in the amateurs, with both of them winning 3 apiece. Now they meet with championship gold and the chance at being the face of American boxing on the line. In other words, this one counts. And in his most recent interview, he tipped his boxers to go all the way, though he was made to discuss some very deep issues of Ryan Garcia. De La Hoya admitted that he had no idea what's going through Garcia's mind, as some have perceived Ryan from the United States as mentally unstable, unraveling, and exhibiting indications of internal collapse due to his fixation on many personal issues. His interest appeared to lie more in the lives and actions of others than in his own. His obsession with other people's life was causing him to look to be losing himself and forgetting about his career. Ryan should devote more of his energy into his career and become more self-interested. I'm not a doctor. I'm a promoter. I was a fighter. I don't understand what's going on up here in Ryan's head. I can't read his mind. But what I'm seeing now, what he's showing us now is a lot of hard work, a lot of discipline, said promoter Oscar De La Hoya in media reports. De La Hoya is talking about the hard work that Ryan put in, as evidenced by the leaked footage of him working out this week. It's unclear if this was a one-time occurrence for him or if it was the norm. When they give something they were once good at a second chance, some people who lose concentration on it can still appear amazing. He gets it. I respect him because it's not easy being in his shoes. It's a lot of pressure, but he gets it. On April 20th, I will not be surprised if he comes out and tries to knock out Devin Haney in 4 or 5 rounds, added De La Hoya. Ryan will undoubtedly aim for an early knockout, but Haney, 25, will make things difficult for him, so it will require a lot of patience on his side to get that out. However, over the past 4 years, the pair have clashed on a few occasions, but ultimately remain in business together. It's been reported that Garcia remains signed to a long-term promotional agreement with De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions until the end of 2026. However, following his first career defeat to Gervonta Davis in April, the 24-year-old American boxing star expressed frustrations at the fact he was left alone by his team at the post-fight press conference. This, along with other grievances, appears to have dragged up the old feud, and it exploded on X. First, the day before, Garcia hit back after De La Hoya claimed he was going to explore an unlikely showdown with Manny Pacquiao as the youngster's next fight. Garcia said, "This isn't happening. I said what I wanted. It's frustrating. Tired of this." He also made comments in a YouTube video with Bradley Martin in which he said, "After the fight, nobody was there for me. My team just didn't come to the press conference. Somebody betrayed me in camp. I was left with that. I had Tank's team care about me more than my own team." This prompted an angry response from De La Hoya, who tweeted, "WTF at the rate, Ryan Garcia, it's been almost 2 months and you're still crying about the post-presser? The blame for your loss is on you and your advisor Lupe. He is the only one who pushed you to accept that insane rehydration clause, and that is the reason you lost. Man up, own that. Also, you keep saying Tank's team offered more support for you, blah blah blah. Bro, they set you up to lose with that rehydration clause. And most importantly, Al Heyman didn't even show up the entire week. Actually, he never shows up. How's that for support?"
Superior Tank Davis. He had the perfect game plan. They had studied Ryan Garcia, and people talk about the mole, and I believe there was a mole, but obviously the weight draining was a big.
Garcia replied, "Okay, buddy, you got it all figured out. Tired of you disrespecting my whole career, and you think none of it matters. Loyalty and common sense is lost in your head. Stop treating people that way and think they will just accept it." Garcia then added a second tweet featuring a picture of his desired next opponent, Rolly Romero. "You know I'm about to fight this guy, and you go act buddy-buddy with him. You don't care about your fighters. Really tired of this fake act. Stop the cap. Be real for once, man. I can respect you more if you just told me the truth. You're in it for the cash. No love lost." De La Hoya hit back. "It's called promoting. Who do you think sparked the Fight Week press conference when it was like being at a funeral? My job is to promote. Your job is to fight. No lost love." To which Garcia said, "Weren't you just promoting the fake pack fight that I already told you I'm not accepting? You really think I'm a fall for that bull twice?" And De La Hoya concluded, "Not gonna argue over social media? When you have time to sit down man to man, we can get you another huge payday." Even when things were more heated, Oscar De La Hoya never supported Garcia's opponents against him. Hence, it's totally impossible that it happens now. And things were truly heated between them that even led to a lawsuit. Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia and his attorney and advisor, Guadalupe Valencia, in U.S. District Court of Nevada to enforce its contract with the star boxer. The suit came 1 week after Garcia's legal team sent Golden Boy Promotions a demand letter alleging violations of the promotional agreement, as well as California and federal law that invalidated the contract. The letter called for mediation proceedings to begin the week of July 10th if Golden Boy didn't cure all of the alleged contractual breaches, and set a Friday deadline to address the alleged violations, but Golden Boy instead responded with a lawsuit. Golden Boy has been proud to have worked with Ryan Garcia for the last several years and to help catapult him to the kind of stardom that led to the biggest boxing pay-per-view event in years just 2 months ago, the promotion said in a statement. "With this filing, we are seeking to ensure that Ryan and his team will honor the remainder of his contract, a contract that Ryan himself called one of the most lucrative boxing deals for a prospect in the history of the sport." Since then, Ryan has moved on to becoming a legitimate contender, and we will continue to present Ryan with the best possible opponents that can eventually lead the way to a world championship and a historic legacy.
And another thing I want to touch on is, Oscar saying that, we misinterpret, what they say. It's plain English. I didn't hear anybody speaking any language I don't know. So.
Reminiscent of Canelo Alvarez's legal dispute with Golden Boy in 2020, Garcia's letter suggests that Golden Boy entered conflicting agreements with its top boxer and its broadcast partner, DAZN. When Garcia signed an extension with Golden Boy in September 2019, the contract included a carve-out that allowed him to fight on pay-per-view with any network, according to the letter. Despite that language, Golden Boy advised Garcia that his April mega fight versus Gervonta Davis could not happen unless it was broadcast on DAZN because of an exclusive agreement Golden Boy had separately negotiated with DAZN. The PPV fight versus Davis was broadcast by Showtime, but DAZN also carried the fight on its streaming service and was paid a $1.25 million step-aside fee, $120,000 of which Garcia personally paid to DAZN, according to the letter. Golden Boy is obligated to promote and enhance Ryan Garcia, not malign him on Twitter, and file a public baseless lawsuit against him, said Garcia's attorney, Bo Pearl of Paul Hastings, in a statement. Ironically, the lawsuit itself constitutes a breach of the very agreement Golden Boy is seeking to enforce. It is obvious retaliation to a letter detailing multiple asserted breaches of contract by Golden Boy. Rather than address these serious issues in mediation, as is required under the contract, Golden Boy rushed to court to sue its fighter. To be sure, we will respond to this gamesmanship and fully enforce all of Ryan's contractual rights against Golden Boy, as well as his rights under state and federal law. Alvarez, boxing's top star, was released from his contract with Golden Boy and DAZN in 2020 after it was argued that the language in his deal with the promoter didn't mesh with Golden Boy's contract with its broadcast partner pertaining to a trilogy fight with Gennady Golovkin. Garcia, 24, also argued that Golden Boy violated California's 7-year rule for personal service agreements. He signed with GBP on November 1st, 2016, and re-signed on September 18, 2019. Garcia claims the contract should terminate in November. 1. De La Hoya himself argued that Top Rank violated the 7-year rule when he sued Bob Arum's company in 2000. Garcia also accused Golden Boy of failing to satisfy Ali Act disclosures and asked Golden Boy to amend agreements with DAZN that say Garcia isn't exclusive to the streaming service. The boxer is also looking to be reimbursed for fees he paid DAZN to allow the Davis fight to proceed. Furthermore, Garcia claimed that Golden Boy breached the non-disparagement provision in the contract following multiple tweets from De La Hoya, in which he told Garcia to accept the blame for the loss to Davis and to also blame Valencia, who pushed you to accept that insane rehydration clause. Garcia's 2 previous fights took place at 140 pounds, but the fight versus Davis was contested at a 136-pound catchweight. Neither fighter could weigh more than 146 pounds the morning of the bout. Garcia also accused Golden Boy of trying to avoid paying out bonuses due to his loss. Even though the agreement said that suffering his first loss versus Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, and Davis were exceptions to the bonus structure, Golden Boy in response claimed it has fulfilled all of its contractual obligations and that Garcia is forbidden from negotiating or contracting for any fights not promoted by Golden Boy. The promoter also accused Valencia of directly interfering with Golden Boy's ability to communicate with Garcia and negotiate the best deals and fights for Garcia. Golden Boy Promotions claimed that Valencia violated its agreement with Garcia by engaging in talks with other promoters and boxers for fights in an effort to drive a wedge between Garcia and Golden Boy. Golden Boy said it attempted to resolve the matter but was rebuffed and instead received claims from Garcia in the form of the demand letter. Golden Boy's suit attempts to enforce its exclusive promotional agreement with Garcia, damages to be decided at a trial, and attorney's fees. However, things have definitely gotten better between them lately, as both promoter and client have been seen doing better together, which makes it likely that his warnings to Devin Haney were only sarcastic. Interestingly, Oscar De La Hoya has a decent relationship with the Haneys as well.
What if he teamed up with Devin Haney?
The King's Land.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. See you April 20th. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Man
He
of
said
your word.
he respects you.
In a recent interview, Oscar De La Hoya, the head of Golden Boy Promotions and the promoter of Haney's next opponent, Ryan Garcia, revealed his thoughts on the Haney-Mayweather comparisons. While things might not be A-OK between Floyd Mayweather and Devin Haney right now, they were totally different when Haney began his career. The undefeated super lightweight champion even used to idolize a money Mayweather during his early career. However, some recent incidents have caused cracks to form in their relationship. Nevertheless, many have highlighted similarities in their boxing styles, which became the topic of discussion in an interview with Oscar De La Hoya. When the reporter brought up the topic, De La Hoya was quick to explain, "He's got his own style. He's his own fighter. He's going to write his own story, his legacy. It's going to be what he makes it." However, De La Hoya suggested he understands why people compare the two fighters. The head of Golden Boy Promotions said, "I can see why people compare them because of the styles, but only time will tell." He went on to praise Haney for wanting to fight the best guys in the division, highlighting, "That's why this division is so special right now. 140, 135, 147, everybody can just fight each other." Bill Haney has also spoken about the beautiful relationship they share with Oscar De La Hoya in an interview. "Hey, let's push all politics to the side and know that Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya has been a pillar in the community representing boxing, representing the big events. So we have to push all egos, all pride to the side, Promoters now are working together. I think we've been working with everyone. We've worked with the legendary Bob Arum himself. We've had a long relationship with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. Early on, it was Showbox and Showtime. So it's only right, he said. On if they still have a business relationship with Matchroom, he added, listen, no one is going to leave our fond memories with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. Even if we told you we were just with Oscar, someone would still say, but you're still with Eddie. So listen, it's almost like we have a love affair with Eddie. We also entered into different marriages with Bob and now with Oscar. What can I say, man? If we're all eating and we're all doing good, let's make these fights happen. Despite the solid relationship, there remains a strong belief among fans that De La Hoya wouldn't support Devin Haney at the expense of his client. And that's all for now. If you enjoyed watching this video, kindly react by clicking the like button below. For more updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get alerted when we drop quality contents like this.